Can getting out in the sunshine actually make us feel happier? In my mind, the answer is actually yes. So when we are exposed to UV radiation in both the skin and the brain, we will produce a specific molecule called POMC, or pro-opiomelanocortin. And this is a fairly large protein that is actually used as the precursor for other smaller proteins with more potent effects. And in the case of sun exposure, the big one is going to be alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone. And really all that happens is that we chop this POMC protein up into two molecules, alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone and a different molecule called beta endorphin. And this alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone actually has a myriad of effects. It can help us tan, and it also has an effect of reducing our appetite. And finally, one of the other effects is actually increasing our metabolic rate. But in terms of the feel-good effects of sun exposure, it's this beta endorphin that we produce that really has a lot of the effects. Beta endorphins are the molecules that induce what's typically referred to as a runner's high. And these molecules actually have what's referred to as an analgesic effect, where they improve blood flow and they actually reduce any sort of pain perception. And this is actually one of the reasons why when you start exercising, you may feel a little bit sore, but as you continue to exercise, any sort of soreness and pain seems to wear off. And this is actually the molecule contributed to what is oftentimes referred to as exercise addiction. Because once again, you produce these endorphins during exercise, and it makes you feel mildly euphoric. And the same thing actually occurs when we get out in the sunlight and expose our skin and our eyes to the sun. And unfortunately, this has led to the diagnosis of what's referred to as tanning addiction, where people actually get, once again, addicted to this feeling and begin to over-tan and cause a little bit of excessive DNA damage. But you really would know if it has become pathological, and this typically only occurs using things like tanning beds. So simply just getting out in the sun and getting sunlight in your eyes and on your skin truly can increase your mood. And going back to my earlier point, if you mix this with some sort of physical activity, you can get an even greater effect.